Greetings. This is Skylar Saunders Sr. What's current? Let's come down to this. Let's come down to this. One moment. All right, now everything's cool. Now we're on track. We're on track. First, I want to start off by saying, if you notice today's goal in the live chat, it is not $80. It is in fact $64.50. That is because I have a dedicated supporter who almost woke me up out of my slumber, to give me a cash app. Not during the show, of course. It's on right now. Salute to Richard James. I see you, sir. But you can support the show at other hours of the day. That's possible. I'll take 5, 10s, and 20s. 5, 10s, and 20s. As you can see, $64, 80 minus $64.50 is what? Come on. So if you can just chip in $5, 10, $20, I'll be very appreciative of your support. Now, we have to get into today's topic. Jeezy, it's over with his wife anyway, or his ex-wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, or estranged, or separated, or whatever you want to call it. They're calling it quits after just over 2 years of marriage, a beautiful baby girl, and his fame going through the roof even more with his book sale. I'm forgetting it already. For sale. So he's talking about their whole entire, his entire life. I'm sure he includes her in the book at some point, but he's explaining how he had to struggle and he had to grind and what they call gristle, grind and hustle, to get to is now, and it's mainly about business. It's a business book, mainly about overcoming obstacles and going through adversity, as the name of the book implies. I just watched him, talk to journalists at I think it was Forbes, the paramount, the pinnacle, the zenith, the apogee of financial and fiscal concerns. To an extent, they've been covering hip hop. A lot of people think that has tarnished their sterling record or whatever, but they had a young chocolate girl interview him, and he had things to say, such as he was saying how he had to press up different press up. I think it was like 250,000 CDs or something like that, or 50,000 CDs for one of his mixtapes, and then his next mixtape he pressed up 500,000, and then he caught people in the industry called Winter This, and then so on and so forth, and yada yada yada. He became Jeezy. It was young Jeezy at that time, but he became a platinum selling artist in the game, and he's teaching that how he is giving instruction to young people to invest in real estate, because that's the biggest asset to is real estate. That's one of his key components. But that's the book. This is the divorce to this beautiful yellow woman. This woman, this vixen, this succubus. Not allegedly. I'm not going to say she's a succubus, but I take that back. But Malik, salute to Malik. Malik, hey, you're part of the list too, sir. You're a free rider. You're a freeloader. You've not contributed to the machine. I'm looking at my Cash App right now. You've never contributed to the machine. Respect the goal. It's not $80. It's $64.80. Oh, $64.50. Excuse me. I'm mixing up 80. $64.50. That's all y'all got to do. Just chip in, keep chipping. Spread the word, around, let other people know. So it's only so you can spend less. Did Greg send this Cash App? That's a question, Richard James. You know the rules. If you're gonna ask a question, you gotta send in a donation. Remember that. Remember that. Okay, so getting back to Jeezy and his wife, who I always forget her name, is Jeannie Mai. Now he's familiar with the yellow woman. He grew up on bases. His dad was a Marine. So he grew up on different bases around the world. He was in Okinawa, Japan. He was in Hawaii in United States. So he's familiar with people outside of the African American experience. So it was nothing, surprising. Like, oh, he got a yellow girl. Oh my gosh. Or what people say, Asian. I like saying yellow, because how come some people have a geographic designation, and then some people have it's so good. We're so goofy. We are goofy. We're goofy, goofy, goofy. We're goofy human beings. We are a goofy species. Oh, African American, colored, Negro, nigger. Like, so many different words. Black. Oh my God. See, there's the color. Black and white are the only ones that really like hold on to them tight. Black, like if you black, you black. You black. If you white, you're white. You're white. And that's how it goes. That's what the difference is. Red, yellow, brown, they don't say, oh, I'm yellow. I'm brown. They wave their flag. Oh, I'm Malaysian. Oh, I'm Filipino. Oh, I'm Japanese. Oh, I'm from Hispaniola. I'm from the Dominican Republic. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I'm from Haiti. They wave their flags. See, even black people did wave their flags. People from Haiti, stuff like that. So this is goofy. I just wanted to go off on a tangent there. But the main concern is the dissolution of this business arrangement. Well, that's tragic, Richard James. That's tragic. That's sad. But the demise of this union, that's what we're focused on right now. And we have to. I'm not spilling tea. I don't know how to spill tea. I can't. I'm not that adept. I'm not well, child. Ooh, it's messy. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those. I believe that it's a good joke. It's a good joke. Like when 2015, I think, when the Supreme Court said that gay people, the LGBTQ community, could get married. I said that's fine. Let them be as comedians have said this too, but I said the same thing. Let them be as miserable as straight people. Like, and then get what they call straight people. They call straight people breeders, and they should have this. They should get married, but never be able to divorce. I kid, of course. Of course, you should have the right to divorce from a person, especially if it's an abusive relationship, and that's serious. But what I'm saying is, with Jeezy and Jeannie, I was looking at this like, dang, that's hope. That's hope. I'm gonna find me a yellow broad just like that. I'm gonna find me, a vixen, probably a tiger mother. She's probably gonna be a tiger mother to her child, and if she has other children with other spouses beyond Jeezy. And this just comes off the heel of what I said is a best-selling book, which I forget every time. Hold on. Adversity for Sale. Adversity for Sale. Adversity for Sale. That's what the book is called. Adversity for Sale. So he's putting his pain and his struggles and his setbacks all on full display to show you how to get ahead in your life. Not just in business, but just in life. I mean, it's ironic because he was just saying how he was doing healing sessions. He was doing meditation. He was doing all kinds of different ways of understanding himself and getting himself right. And he was, transitioning, and he had multiple transitions throughout his life. He transitioned from, a military brat. He transitioned from being, a street cat into the business world, into the legitimate business world. The first thing he bought his mother was a house with a real deposit, a real check, not from street money. He did all that all himself. I would agree with you there, Richard James. He is one of the best to pick up a mic. I think he's, a lot of people compared him to Jadakiss or Ice Cube and things of that nature. Maybe a little bit of Beanie Siegel, but I think Jeezy had his own flow. He has a melodic flow. He has great stories. He has great album concepts and ideas. So I'll give it up for Jeezy because he's not supposed to be a rapper. He's again like Eazy-E. He wasn't supposed to be a rapper. That's why Eazy-E wasn't one of the best rappers of all time. Because he wasn't supposed to be a rapper. He was supposed to be a trapper. But the trapping wasn't right. The trapping wasn't the right route to go. So he had to, transition to another field. And he took on the music world. Then he did real estate. He did water. He did different organizations. He had a whole slew of businesses. But that don't take nothing from him being a husband. It gave me life. It gave me life. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, I'm gonna get me a yellow woman too. I'm gonna get me one. I already had a white girl, had a few black girls, and had a Hispanic girl. But next one I'm gonna be Asian girl. This is real. This is real deal talk. If you go on Facebook.com, dating, and you look at these pictures and you see the pictures with their faces away and they're not looking at the camera, or they're you can tell they're yellow skin, you can say that this is not a real account, or this is an account that's weird and gonna be funny. Because it had to have happened at least 6 or 7 times to me. I did it on purpose. I was just doing investigative journalism, I think. But each time was, hey, my friend wants to look for somebody that's cute like you, or something like that. And then they give their WhatsApp or their Telegram. And I go on WhatsApp or Telegram and I say, now that I know better, I didn't know better then, but now I say, what blockchain or crypto do you trade? And they're like, what? How do you know? How did you figure that out? Why do you know? Why did you ask? Because I know this is a whole scheme. I don't know who's ahead of it. Who is the head of going on Facebook.com and for the dating channels, get people to get on crypto and the blockchain? It's the weirdest thing. Because they'll be cool. They'll be like, yeah, I'm cooking dinner right now, and I hope you have a good day. I have a blessed night and everything like that. And then they come back with their cryptocurrency and stuff. It's the weirdest thing. Trust me. Just try it once. Just try it. Go on Facebook.com, go to dating, and look for pictures of yellow women with their face away from the camera, looking off, playing golf, something like that. And you'll be like, wow, that's okay. And then just ask them, when they give you their WhatsApp or their Telegram, what crypto or blockchain are you trading? It's the weirdest thing. I made short stories about it that I'm going to release in a few days, in the coming weeks. But Jeezy and Jeannie, I was putting money on them. I was going to put money on them. I was going to put so much cash on them. I was going to put dollar signs on them that they would last this long or longer. And what was it? She bigged up the book. She was like, this is from my husband, who just made the New York Times bestseller list. So obviously they had, problems, beyond, what the media reported. They had issues way beyond that. Maybe with their child, maybe with the industry itself. Excuse me. Maybe with the industry itself. But that's where it is. That's how we're, conditioned to understand. That we don't know what went on behind closed doors. We don't know how many shouting matches they may have had. We don't know how many side pieces somebody could have had. Pause on that. Allegedly, I don't know either one. Okay, so Richard James, you say that in the live chat. I will not say that on my show. That is complete speculation. I would need verification and certification and authorization to verify what you just said. Okay. All right. So just slow that down. All right. And you're not still not giving up any dollars. So you really got to slow down. But I have to let me give a quick ad or salute to Chelsea with the glasses. She was the one that chipped in the $15.50 to make it make the today's goal only $64.50. So much respect to her. Of all the people that I thought would they would last longer, I thought they were gonna be like the Jay-Z and Beyonce. I really did. I'm not kidding. And they might be on the skits. They might be on this but they've hung on even through all the infidelities and everything like that, and the elevator scene, all of that. They've been able to go ahead. Richard James says, "I'm waiting for my SS check. It's not coming in. Someone might have stolen it in the mail. Why don't you get direct deposit and then we can talk? You get direct deposit, then we can have discussions, some lively debates. All right." But Jeannie Mai, oh, beautiful, beautiful girl, wonderful looking woman. I think she had her head on right. I think I've seen her in a few interviews. She's big up in her husband. They're still married, so I would say separated husband. Jeezy, Jay Jenkins. I saw the affidavit. I saw the paper. I saw the paperwork. He's got his full government on there. He just signed it today. September 15th, 2023. So that's where we are right now. Who said who? I'm trying to remember who said it seemed like every day people breaking up. Big Sean, and that's his girlfriends. That's Leonardo DiCaprio jokes. That's Pete Davidson jokes. All of that, they either date a lot of people or they date people that are much younger than them. That'd be the case with Leonardo DiCaprio and the performer being Pete Davidson. Serious. That takes on a serious weight because a marriage is a business. It's a business merger. You're merging into not just a physical, sexual, relationship or a, relationship where you're dealing with children and offspring and you're dealing with financial issues. Of course, that's what it is. It's a business. It's a merger of two parties who vow to stay together. But of course, doesn't always work out like that, as we see with Jeezy and Jeannie. And I'm watching, the videos with Jeezy, and he's talking, all that good game. He's giving game about the game, and it just seems that he has everything on the world. He has the money. He's got the girl. He's got the kid. He's got the houses. Everything is cool. He's got but he seems still depressed in some ways. He jokes. He said it's a sad, serious, funny joke. He's got 6 cars but nowhere to go. That is classic. That is I've made it. I'm successful, but what else is there? That's why you have to have a backing. That's why you have to have a mental backing. You have to have a moral, ethical backing to support your whole thesis. You can't just have, I got the Lambo, I got the Bugatti, I got the private jet, I got helicopters, I got 3 mansions. That's cool. But do you have self-regard? Do you have self-respect? And I'm not saying that Jeezy doesn't have self-regard, self-respect. I'm just saying in the sense that you should be regarding yourself selfishly. And you should be taking into account all the ideas that make it possible for you to be a proper human being. All right, I got 4 people in here, but you're not saying anything. If you're in here and you're not named Richard James, please put a 1 up right now and watch the number go down and watch it go down. Three, two, one. Well, I think they broke up more so for business reasons. I think it was more so. There goes the number going down. By the way, it went down to two, directly half. Cut in half. Um, no, I think they went. I don't know. I don't want to speculate. I'm not going to speculate. I'm just going to say that. It, let me see what was the hold on. This is something from exactly from the notes from the Fulton County Superior Court in Georgia, Thursday, September 14th. GC listed their marriage as irretrievably broken. I've never even heard that before. That's the first time I've heard that. Irretrievably broken. I hear irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences. Oh, we had irreconcilable differences. That's when that's like a catch-all. That's like you can't really give an exact reason, but you got to say something. That's the other thing too about marriage. You got to have a reason to get married. Oh, excuse me. You got to have a reason to get divorced, but you don't have to have a reason to get married. You don't have to. You don't have to enter into the list. Oh, I love her very much. I love him very much. Oh my God, we're just so happy together, and everything's gonna be in bliss. Yeah, okay. In a few months or a few years later, you're feeling some type of way, and you're not. He he get on my nerves. Oh man, she get on my nerves. I can't stand her. You know what? I'm probably just gonna have to divorce her. What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do to divorce her? Irreconcilable differences. That's it. But this is different. This seems very severe. This seems worse than irreconcilable differences. Irreconcilable differences is just like we just couldn't get along. We just didn't work out. But irretrievably broken, that seems severe. Okay, Greg S is on the check-in. Another broke bum freeloader. Salute to you, sir. Freeloader extraordinaire. Salute Gene Greg S. Freeloader extraordinaire. Okay. Because he comes in and he hates, and I don't want him to stop hating. Keep hating, keep your hate up. But put some dollars down on that hate. That's all I'm suggesting. You don't have to. All this is free. You might not have a premium check count for your YouTube, but I do. I don't know if you get ads or not, but YouTube is making more money, obviously, than I am. But that's another story. This separation, this ending after the love is gone. Okay, I can't say too much after that because I get a copyright strike and I can't sing. So it's like sad. It's just sad. I'm not smiling, but I'm smiling through the tears that I don't cry. I can't see them coming down my eye, so I gotta make the song cry. Yeah, so that's another copyright strike on the way. But no, and enough room with Jesus. I don't even know what you're talking about, but Jesus and Jeezy, I don't know. Sound, real close to what Kanye was saying, what Ye was saying, the artist formerly known as Kanye West. But it's amazing to me, and it just trips me up because I'm not married, I've never been married, and I may never get married, and I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Because what is marriage? What the people who get married, do they really understand? Like one day we could get divorced, and if we get divorced, then it's going to be irretrievable, broken. Uh, it's going to be irretrievably broken. It's going to be irretrievably broken, which sounds so much worse than anything I've ever heard. And Jesus just seems like very upbeat. He seems to be very, in his right mind, and he's clear and he's focused. But I know in the back of his head and his skull, he's like, this bitch. Sorry to cuss, but he's probably feeling some type of way. Like, you know what? I gotta get her off her. I gotta get her off of me. Gotta get her off of me because she's not. She's messing up the money. She's messing up the bag. That's speculation. That's not. That's alleged. I allegedly say that. I don't know if that's true. I'm not spilling any tea. I'm just saying from my point of view is from what I saw through his videos that he's doing with interviews on different platforms. It just seems like he had to put a good face on, even though at home everything wasn't peachy. Sorry for the Georgia reference, that pun. But everything wasn't all good. It ain't all good at home. It wasn't all good. He had to survive. He had to think on his feet. He had to do business deals. He had to complete different transactions. And all the while, what is she doing? Is she getting on her grind? Is she working? What is she doing? So I'm just saying, like, it's just a sad state of affairs. But maybe he's happy. Who knows? It's just a merger, and some businesses don't last. That's a fact. I come from a broken family. My parents divorced. My cousin's family divorced. My other cousins come from a father who just recently passed away. Great guy, excellent guy, but he came from a divorce. So I'm familiar with the whole thing. I know what it's like. My stepmom was divorced. I know what it's like. I know the game. So that's why I'm gonna be very careful. And people become smitten by people, and they just become I don't know, love struck. I don't know what the deal is, but it would have to be a very serious uh situation for me to get married. Have to be very serious business association. We have to get some kind of trust going on. We had to get they are so they were very quick in the news to say, oh, they got a prenuptial agreement. They got a prenuptial agreement. They got a prenuptial with it says here, this is a quote from the article from HipHopDX.com. The story by Bernadette Giacomazzo says here, quote, Jeezy also requested that the court honor the terms of his prenuptial agreement with Mai, which was signed before they got married. The parties entered into prenuptial agreement dated March 26, 2021, that was duly signed and executed by both petitioner and respondent on March 26, 2021, hereinafter the prenuptial agreement in which resolves the financial issues incident to the divorce. The prenuptial agreement should be enforced in the terms set forth therein, made the final order of this court, reads the documents. So that is quote end quote. So that just goes to show how serious this thing was. They had good times, but apparently they had more bad times than good times. When you have more bad times than good times, it's not a good environment. If it becomes, I'm not saying it becomes allegedly toxic, and you have a baby girl, you don't want that baby girl growing up with the two parents fighting all the time and yelling and screaming and getting in all kinds of altercations, apparently, or if not physically, verbally. So Jeezy and Jeannie are hanging it up. It's another loss for the whole game. I mean, Common had a list of people that or Bobby and Wit, or Russell and what's her name? I can't remember her name, but this is like 15 years ago, and he broke up with Serena Williams and a whole other more people, down the list, and before she was married, and That's the thing with marriage, though. It seems like it's permanent and everybody's happy and joyous and it's all good and it's all peachy and keen. But you have to look out for the facts of reality and the truth behind the music. And we all know what time it is now. We passed the halfway mark for this hour-long show. And you know what time it is. I don't have to remind Richard James. He knows what time it is. He puts in the wrong title, but oh my God, he puts in the wrong title. He's up there. He's a senior citizen. Don't hate on him too hard. He's just a senior citizen. You should be respecting him. You should be respecting this man. I respect, even though he's never given $1, he gives moral support. I give that. And the same thing with Greg S. and a few others. They give moral support, even though they're broke, freeloading bastards. No, they're good people. They're good guys. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air, still popping. You know, two popping, foe dropping, because I'm saving bullets. I'll shoot through niggas to save those bullets. So it's 2 popping, foe dropping. And so I'm still on the kill, still on the hunt for that #1 spot. I'm not gonna be bashful about it. I really want this #1 spot. And I really think this story has the legs, it has the head, it has the whole body, brains, heart, neck, and balls, everything. It has everything to it for you to enjoy, for you to take in. It is something that is very critical to me. It is very substantial to me. I need the closest I can get to nirvana, to peace, to heaven, to full understanding of life when I write. Oh, here we go. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. You know what series, my friend? Marvelous is one of the people that have contributed. He does the Saturday Night Fever and the 100, and then sometimes the beer's clinking. Salute. Respect. The goal. 64.50. The Marvelous has sent in some money. He has sent in some dollars. I respect that. I appreciate that. So I can't really get too mad about that fact. It's a great position to be in, because you don't want to have too much and you don't want to have too less. You definitely don't want to have too less. But if you have just the right amount of money, you're good for life. You're good for life. You're big pimping on that level, as Jay-Z would say. You got your suntan oil on, you got your boombox. Well, they had boomboxes. And you had your reclining chair, and you got the sun shining your way with your sunnies on. You're big pimping on that level. That's what he was saying. So you don't have to give 64.50. Just give whatever you can, 5, 10s, and 20s, and what I'm asking for. Tell more people, because this is RKA time, and there's 5 people in here. They must not know what time it is, because I'm supposed to have 0 people in right now, and it goes down to 3. That's what I thought. 3 people down, and definitely in here. Then they come. It's like people they open up the door and then they close it real quick and then go away. Ruler of the Kingdom of the Air. This story has taken me on such a journey that's been fun and delirious, and it's spirited. It's something that I've never really experienced before. Yes, put up the ones. Put up the ones. Put up the ones. Put up the likes. I appreciate that. I need that for the algorithm. I didn't think that mattered at first. I was like, who cares about no goddamn like button? It actually means something though. Oh snap! He just messed up my truth. Coming through in the punch. I should be able to get this. Hold on, hold on. I think I can get it. Hold on, hold on. No, I can't get it. I gotta use this. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Now, the new total, the new goal for today is 58.95. That's the goal. I just got chipped off by Mr. Marvelous. He's definitely a supporter. He's not like one of you broke bums. I call you that out of love. I say that out of love. Respect. Pause. Oh man, that's funny. Count with $7. No, no, no. That's not $7. He didn't come up with $7. So I did the math wrong. I could have. Oh my god. I did do the math wrong. It's 58.95. Excuse me. Oh, it is 50. I didn't do the math right. Okay, good. Whew, see, I get math. There's a phobia. It's math phobia, but there's another word that's the exact word for it. And I was never good at math. I'm terrible at math, even addition. The best math I can do is multiplication and exponents. That's all, because it's continually, there's a table and they continue to go up. Difference. Now they're going at it in the live chat. Greg asking Marvelous. Marvelous is the truth. He is a contributor. There are 6 people coming in on the RKA time. I'm trying to get it down to 0. Can we get it down to or 1? I know Richard James will always be in here because he's a true one. He's a freeloader, but he's a real one. He keeps it thorough. But now 8 people. Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. It's because it's Friday. People getting off from work and at this time. What time is it? Almost 5 o'clock within the hour. Yeah, it went down to 5. Dropped 3 people. Oh, funny. It's fun. Now it's down to 2 people. That's what I mean. It's like I'm ready for 0 because all I get is the rebroadcast. And with in relation to the article I did or the show I did on Tuesday, I think it was. Yeah, Tuesday, and then it went up on Wednesday. It has gotten over 800 views, which is a hell of a lot of views for me. I haven't got that many views since. I think this is the first time I got this many views for a live. I thank all the people that have supported me for that. And it has on YouTube the credit card that relates to RKA, Rule of the Kingdom of the Air. So I appreciate, thank you, all the people that were able to, to read it or to watch it, to share it, and keep it going around because it's continuing. Every hour it goes up more and more. It hasn't stopped. It's slowed down a little bit, but it hasn't stopped. So I appreciate it. All right, so ruler of the kingdom of the air. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but I am. Pat myself on the back, and I haven't even won yet. It hasn't been declared. Hasn't said I'm won. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna win, but it's gonna be very close, and people are gonna hate. I can't wait. I want people to hate. That's what I want. That story wasn't all that good. I wrote better than that. I can do this better. I need that hate. I need it. Oh, here we go. 0, 0. I know there's one person here at least. It's either Marvelous or Richard James, and I know there's at least one person here. So that 0 doesn't mean anything. So I'm at the point of where I am most comfortable with 0 people. There were 8 people in here for no reason. See, there was the one up. I knew Richard James is in here. It's just the algorithm that has to catch up to the amount of people coming and going. Yeah, Marvel's is here too. Still says 0. I see 2 people in the live chat, but they're not showing the 2 viewers. Oh well. RKA, a lot of fun. You gotta enjoy it. It's something you gotta, really take into account. You have to live the life of what it means and the humor of it. Like a lot of the Exorcist or the Omen or different things like that, they don't have very much humor in them. They're very humorless, and they're very, they're very heady, very, cerebral, but they don't have the amount of levity that is required, unless you're looking at the movie from an atheist or objectivist point of view. You're looking at The Exorcist or something like that, and you're like, "This is hilarious." When I was a believer, oh my god, that movie scared the hell out of me. I was like, "Oh my god, am I going to hell for watching this?" The Exorcist was next level. Just I watched it in the dark. The lights went out for a second. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Jesus, come help me!" Calling on the main line. I thought it was. I thought it was done. I thought it was over for me. It was a problem. It was an issue. It was something that I had to deal with. How to recover from that movie. Your mother sucks cocks in hell. Like, whoa, whoa, what is this? What? And then a little girl, she goes up to the astronaut, says, "You're gonna die up there," and then just pees on the floor. Like, what the hell is going on? What is this? Whose mind was this? Peter Blatty, I think, is the author of The Exorcist, and he wrote the novel. And then the movie was directed by William Friedkin, and starred Ellen Burstyn, and it just tripped me out. It just tripped me all the way out. This was a period where people were fainting, people were going in spells, people were speaking in tongues, watching the movie. It was a trip. It was an experience. But then I watched it years later, and I laughed my ass off. As an objectivist, as an atheist, somebody who doesn't believe in that nonsense, it was hilarious. Dimmy, Dimmy, why you do this to me, Dimmy? Like it just it was so goofy. It was like, and then she just spits the green pea soup and like, and then they made, of course, spoofs of it. I think it was called Devil with a blue dress or something like that with Leslie Nielsen, and they just sent it up and spoofed it the whole time. But it was so funny. Yeah, scary movie too. Yeah. So it was just it was hilarious. But that's just one. The other one was The Omen. The Omen was closer to RKA. RKA and The Omen have similarities, but it's totally different. Completely different. RKA is about the very beginning of the story and how it came apart, came to be. The Omen is very, laced with hatred as well, but it still doesn't have, from my memory, as much levity and humor as also, to balance out all the the heaviness. It doesn't really describe that much. And it was goofy too. It threw me for a loop as well. It said it was when that lady, she's just smiling. She's just smiling. She's just like, "Thank you, Damien. Thank you for everything," or something like that. And then she just hangs herself. If I just spoiled it for somebody, I'm sorry. Pardon me, but I think you probably saw it. And if you're not, you'll find out. Okay, that's what he was talking about. Yeah. So those are the movies, and they have so many sequels and reincarnations, The Exorcist and things like that, Hellraiser and all kinds of different films. Classic films, there's classic horror. H.P. Lovecraft wrote different horror pieces about monsters and stuff like that. RKA is about stripped down. It's more realistic. It's more realism than anything else. It doesn't use power or witchcraft or anything like that, but it still has rings to it. It rings of, or it smells of, the darkness, but it has light as well. That's what I'm, pointing to as well. So it was a joy to write. It wasn't that, oh, writing is delicious agony. You know, like different writers have said, I had that same sentiment. Um, who said? I'm gonna see. I got time. There's nobody watching right now. Gwendolyn Brooks said that. Writing is a delicious agony, and it can be, but it hasn't been for me for a while. I'm not just trying to say that just because I'm the best writer around. No, I've got a long way to go before that happens. But what I'm saying is, I have been able to write so much that when I see the page, I'm already writing in my head, and I just have to throw it down on the page. That's how great it is to just continue to practice writing every day, and getting up in the morning sometimes and just writing 600 words. That's all Vocal.media requires for most of its content. It's just 600 words. Sometimes it's 100 words for poetry and other things. Sky Z. I don't know where you get this stuff, Greg, but if you can just drop me some money, then we can really talk. I know you're broke. I know you're a broke bum freeloader, but but I do appreciate you. Now it's back to two, so it's Greg S and Richard James still. So I thought it was marvelous. Yeah, let me make sure if I said it right. You're a broke. You're a broke freeloader. Then you're a broke freeloader. Okay, Marvelous is in here too. Okay, so it should be three, but I see two. Who sees the view count? Tell me put the view count in the live chat. Greg S, Marvelous, Richard James. What do you see? I see three people now. Okay, Greg sees two. Sees two. Okay. All right, so Marvelous sees two on the view count. I still see three. Richard James says it's five. Now I see two. Greg says three. It's goofy. It's the algorithm. It's goofy. It can't keep up with literally trillions and trillions and trillions of hours of watch videos and live broadcasts. I'm not knocking YouTube. I'm just saying the fact that they are slow. It's not their fault. It's just the fact that it's a huge network. It's a gigantic network. It's a gargantuan network that has to keep up with so many people, and they're not ready for it. They don't even screen videos as much as like that. There's probably killers and child rapists and murderers and all kinds of people that want to do harm, and they can go on YouTube. I mean, I think their algorithm is stronger to prevent that from happening. But I still think they get at least one or two out of the billions and billions and billions and billions of people and videos that go up every few hours. I think they get a few billion videos every few hours. I think something like that. It's like serious like that. But I digress. FKA. Read it, share it, love it, hate it, tell me about it. I get paid either way. I really want to win. If you have any inkling, say, write to vocal.media, say, look, Skylar Saunders is serious about his work. He wants to win first place. If it is in your best interest to make sure that he gets first place, let that be. Let that be the truth. Okay? Let that be a part of the reality. I'm on a laptop though. Okay, so you pay for the laptop. I'm sure you pay for the electricity that's going into your laptop. I'm sure you're paying for your cell phone that's connected to it to charge up charge it up. But you're not donating to Skylar Saunders' scene. Just making an observation. Just saying that's pretty curious. That's a curiosity. But I do want to thank again, Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. You definitely, put in enough to carry the broke freeloader free riders, for this thing. The same thing with Chelsea. Chelsea definitely did the same thing. She hit me up, dropped $15.50 on me. I didn't even ask for 5 or 10. Or she just did a little bit lower than 20. But I appreciate that. Anything y'all can do, because that's what it does. 5s and 10s and 20s, are like little crack vials. This is my trap house. If y'all haven't noticed it yet, I'm out sugar in your mama, Greg. Marvelous. And then he puts up that. I don't really like emojis, but that Saturday Night Fever, it just looks funny. It's like, it's funny. It just looks hilarious. But FKA, realize it. Let it seep into your mind and share it. Trade. I like the word trade. Trade it. Trade it. Trade it. Trade value for value. This is a value. RKA is a value. You will learn something. You will find something out. Something you never heard of before or heard frequently about Delaware being the setting for a story. When's the last time you've seen that happen? How many times do you get a strong black man or a man of color in a story with a family, with a child, with a wife? Unlike, it's similar to Jeezy. It's very similar to Jeezy. Yeah, except they're not getting divorced yet. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But RKA is about that. RKA is about Stockwell being able to provide for himself and his family. That's a selfish thing. People don't understand that. And that's the thing for, politicians. Politicians use the word family so much. So much. See, Greg asks is he's doing what I want him to do. He's hating. He's hating hard right now. He's definitely hating. He's saying, "Oh, you're a strong black man. Could have fooled me. Ha ha ha." He didn't put the ha ha ha. I added the ha ha ha. But this is a freeloader, ladies and gentlemen. This is somebody that doesn't have sense enough to make enough money to contribute to this machine. But a female, definitely. Let's bring her up. Hey, Chelsea. What's up, girl? Thank you so much. I was just about to mention you. That is funny. I'm just going to say salute to Chelsea. I don't have to wring any dollars out of her today. She wants to add more. That's her business. But she already dropped down. I was laying in bed, about drifting off to sleep, watching a movie. Excellent movie. Tars. Excellent. Great movie. Taught. Almost frightening, but very well acted. Great atmosphere. Great music, obviously. Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea with her glasses on. Do you have a YouTube channel, Chelsea, with her glasses on? I tried to put in the your handle, but it didn't work out. Let me know if you have a show of your own or something like that. Oh, I don't. Okay, good to go. But thanks. But no, thank you seriously, sincerely. This is what I'm talking about, people. Get up and go. Get your grind on. Get your hustle on. Get your gristle on. That's what Jeezy's talking about. He knew that impending trouble was coming with his wife. This didn't just happen with the book. This has been going on for months, probably before their marriage. It's been going on for a long time. So you have to have a hustle. You have to have a grind. You have to have a gristle. You have to have some kind of sense of understanding what business means. And that's what marriage is, a business. And that's what I'm doing. He did a book deal. I have no books. Everybody says, oh, I want to read your books. Oh, what are your books? I don't have any books published. I have 9 unpublished novels. I want to see where they go. But from what I can understand and what I can tell is that if you do something, it's so simple. Just make it. Just do something. I know I'm talking to a hater, and he was being, more objective. He was being subjective sometimes, but he was going at how the fact that, my lighting is off and how, I shouldn't be wearing this and the background should be different and everything like that. Okay, send in $200 and I can have that rearranged. I can have that set up. Put your money where your fingers are, your YouTube fingers are. Everybody want to talk about that. Everybody want to talk about that. Well, okay, I think you're trolling, Greg. Thanks for the trolling. But it's bad to me. To me, it's bad. It's two different. This is more like a bluish hue, and this is more yellow on this side. Well, I appreciate that. I think Chelsea isn't trolling. Okay, and Richard James misses the blue room. And if I talk to hold on, Courtney, she'll say, "Oh, good riddance to that blue room." She hated the blue room, but this is all out of necessity. Yeah, Greg Ash, you're newer. You're newer, but this is all out of necessity. My dad said, "Hey, why don't you use the Cowboys room?" I was like, "All right, let me use the Cowboys room." So I did, and it's worked for me so far. It's become something that's a part of the show. It's become its own character in a sense. That's a cliche, but it's true in a lot of ways. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up with RKA. Like I said, thank you, Chelsea. Thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. And she's giving you an exact example of it doesn't have to be the show where you have to send the money. Could be money. The money could be sent at any time, anywhere, anyhow. I'll take it. It'll end up in my Cash App. I have to wait a few days for it to clear into my bank account. Then when it hits my bank account, that's it. That's all she wrote. Then I can worry about feeding myself, having a roof over my head, having clothes on my back. I can worry about getting more a microphone for the show, a real setup. Yeah, I can spend it on boulders and krills. Right, exactly. See, Greg S. That's what I want you to do. Continue to hate. Don't stop hating. For anything you do not stop the hatred. I need to hate. Subjective, objective, or otherwise. Beef and or tension. But I appreciate everybody that came through. I definitely appreciate Chelsea with her glasses on and Marvelous. You both have done an excellent job. Just contributing. You've done more money than I asked for. I asked for $5, $10, and $20. It's a little less than $20, but that's okay. That's all I ask. 5, 10s, and 20s. If you can't do 20, do 10 or go in between 50, 15, 50 like Chelsea did. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh my, oh shuck a duck. Now I gotta go for a few more minutes. Now I gotta go for a few more minutes. Chelsea just did something crazy, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna go for a few more minutes now. Hold on. Chelsea has lost her mind. No, she's good money, literally. Let me see. What was it before? I had it up here. Okay. I'll try to do this. Okay, I can do that. We can go back to Jeezy. That's fine. Hold on. Just give me a second so I can do the math right. 40, 64, 20, 44. Fair enough. Check my math. I'm doing math real quick. Okay, I can do that. I can catch you up real quick, girl. Real quick. Hold on. Check my math. 6450 minus 25 equals 3950. Yes, 3950. I had it right. Bam. 39, folks. Now we have to go back because we got money on the table. She spent major bucks coming my way. Chelsea, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, I was speaking about Jeezy and how this yellow heifer. No, I didn't say this yellow heifer, but this young woman, this young lady, this young female that he was married to they have a child, Monaco, and they just couldn't work it out. And I was just saying how that it's a business deal. They signed a paper. I don't want to call it an affidavit because I don't want to call it, but it's a complaint for divorce and other relief. And that seems serious. Okay, so they split based on this very interesting term. They said the marriage is irretrievably broken. That seems so much more serious than irreconcilable differences. I thought. That's the first thing that came to mind. I thought it was going to say, oh, they're going to say irreconcilable differences. They're going to say that it's going to be over. And I was like, wow, irretrievably broken. Damn. Like, was it that bad? I don't know if it got physical. That's all alleged. It may have just been verbal. They might have just had, he's like, all right, whatever. I'm leaving. I'm going to my Ferrari. I'm going to Magic City or Body Tap or whatever. Or he could have just been like, what, I'm going up the stairs and, I'm just going to hold on to Monaco for a little while. I don't know. But they didn't have the deal. Just a few days ago, literally days ago, almost a little over a week ago, Jesus on the circuit going place to place saying, about his book. And every time I always forget his book. Adversity for Sale. You gotta believe. That's his memoir. And he's talking about healing and doing meditation and understanding his own self and getting his mind right. There's very little news that I saw on Miss Mai, Jeannie Mai. It's mainly directed at Jeezy because obviously he has the career. But they had, known each other, prior to the, him, being an author of a book. He had made mixtapes and albums, of course, but she was actually promoting his book. She's like, my husband, hitting the bestseller list for New York Times, and it just hit me like threw me for a loop. I'm like, she was just big up in him. But that's the thing. You got to be very careful. People in the media, are very, showing. Okay, Chelsea with her glasses on said, "Yeah, I saw a headline of him about his book." Yeah, so you have to be very cautious and very wary of how people are portraying it in the when the lights are on, when the cameras are on, the lights are on them. It's a totally different situation than what goes on behind the doors. Because this couldn't have just happened. This has been going on for weeks and months and maybe years. At least a year since their marriage, a year and a few months since their marriage. So I don't have any tea to spill. So forgive me, Chelsea, if I don't have any tea. I just have my take on how marriage is a business. Marriage is a merger of two different companies, basically. That's what a marriage is. You have to look at it from a business aspect, an entrepreneurial aspect. And if the two factions cannot, see eye to eye and don't have proper control over their assets, meaning, whatever they bring to the table, kindness, rationality, independence, pride, all these different virtues. I mean, not kindness. I just thought of kindness, but reason, purpose, and self-esteem. If they bring that to the table, then they should be able to have a wonderful and glorious connection. But it can't just be about sex. It can't just be about getting money. Those are aspects that are beautiful and wonderful and great about being in a marriage. But according to Jeezy, an irretrievably broken marriage, that's messy. And they have prenuptial agreements, of course. They came in and said, we're going to have this thing all the way locked down. We're going to make sure you get your money that you came in with, and I get my money that I came in with. I don't even know if anybody else. The artist formerly known as Kanye West, Ye, had the line, "And if you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup." Yeah. All right, that's all I can say before I get a copyright strike. But it's a serious situation when you have two people that are vowed to stay together, vowed with vows to stay together, and they don't stay together. It's like sad, but sometimes the best for both parties. Because what if something terrible would happen? What if there was some kind of physical altercation that went down? They're doing something that is very, proper and mature in my eyes. And if you read the article that I posted along with this video, you'll see about the different ideas. Here's a quote from Jeannie Mai. "Today I celebrate a remarkable milestone achieved by my husband, Jeezy, whose memoir, Adversity for Sale, has soared to the New York Times bestsellers list." So your story has always been an inspiration to me, but seeing it, this is quote unquote, but seeing it in print has left me even more in awe of your strength and wisdom. You invited us into the most intimate corners of your life where pain and triumph coexist. She continued, "This moment isn't just a testament to your literary skills, baby, but a recognition of your ability to inspire through the power of storytelling. I'm endlessly grateful for your voice in this world. Honored to walk beside you, my love." So, it's like, come on. Come on. It looked that's the veneer. That's the facade. It looks like everything is all gravy. Everything is all cool. But in fact, irretrievably broken. In a few days? No. Like I said, this took weeks and months. Long time. Long time for this to occur. Who knows what she found about Jeezy? I'm just saying. She could have been sifting through his mail, and found out some various statements to organizations that support NAMBLA. No, now I'm going too far. That's alleged. That's not. I'm just. That's a joke, a bad joke. But I'm not a comedian, so yeah, it is no seriously, it is a culture of shock at both ends. Because look at the background. Look at the background. Exactly. Look at the background. Look at both their lives. They're both professionals. Get what Jeannie Mai did though. I'm gonna look that up. Oh, she's a television host. Okay, she's a host. She's on the Real. She's a Christian, folks. She's a God fearing woman. In November two is from Wikipedia. In November 2019, Mai started dating rapper Jeezy Jenkins. His real name is Jay Wayne Jenkins, by the way. They put his government on the full display in that court documents. The couple married in 2021 in an intimate ceremony at their home in Atlanta, Georgia. In January 2022, the couple announced that she had given birth to a daughter, Monaco. On September 14th, yesterday, 2023, Jenkins filed for divorce from Mai in Georgia's Supreme Court of Fulton County, stating that the marriage of the parties is irretrievably broken. I'm going to keep saying that. And there is no hope for reconciliation. He is also seeking joint legal custody of their daughter. So who went where? Who saw something they shouldn't have seen? Who knows something that the other person didn't know? Now they know. Oh, well, I didn't know she even had an ex-husband. It just, I don't even think it says it in the article. Yeah, so okay, I see it now. Freddie Harte, they divorced. Took them 11 years. Took Jeezy and Mai 2 years. So something's going on with Mai. Something's going on with Jeannie. Is she is it something with the mind? It's too easy to say it's the coochie. Something with her brain. Something going on with her brain. You said she didn't want kids? Okay. I didn't realize that. I see that with her first husband, Hurdles or Hardles, I think his name is. Um, Freddie Hartace. Freddie Hartace. That's her first husband. So something's going on with some. There's something about Mai. There's something about Mai. She can court him. She can take him in for a while. Jesus can drop a baby in her. But some her attitude, she might have been yip yap yip, behind without the cameras and lights. You know, when the lights and cameras go away, that attitude comes out. That nasty, mean attitude comes out. Allegedly, I'm not sure if she does have a nasty, mean attitude. I'm just saying, generally speaking, someone in the media, someone that's familiar with Hollywood and being within the spotlight. It's just par for the course. It's just everyday business, and that's how I think that's how it should be. And be honest. She might not be attracted to men. Maybe she wants a girlfriend. Maybe she wants to have a wife. I don't know. Could be possible. It's not impossible. Like I said, someone might have saw something. Somebody might have heard something they weren't supposed to hear. Something they weren't supposed to see. And it just goes on and on from there. So that's my recap of what I was. I was just wanted to hit on the few points: the irretrievably broken and no hope for reconciliation marriage. The fact that marriage is a business. It's two companies virtually coming together in a merger. And that the dissolution of a such a merger could be more advantageous than others, considering physical altercations, verbal altercations, children being involved. Currently, they have dual custody of the child, Monica. And oh, thank you, Chelsea, with your with her glasses on. You probably had the best name, by the way. I'm not trying to say that to flatter you, but you probably had the best name. But I thank you for waking me up out of my slumber. I saw my phone light up, my wrist vibrated, and I said, "Okay, Cash App, somebody hit me," and I said, "Okay, I see you, Chelsea. I ain't mad at you." But seriously, I want to thank you, and I appreciate all that you've done, all that you continue to do. Make sure you tell your friends, your family. Tell 3 people about this show, but don't tell 4 people. Let the 4th person wonder. Let the person want to say, "Who that? Who that goofy boy? Who him? who that boy? Who him?" let the 4th person wonder who I am, and just tell 3 people about me and my story, of course. Have you read the story yet? If you haven't, that's fine. Make sure you do. But I'm gonna put it up here. And again, to all my freeloaders, you should be at the knee. You should be at the heels of Miss Chelsea with her glasses on. She put down big bang. She put her money where her fingers were. She definitely did. She said, "I'm waiting on that SS check. Once it clears, boom, I got you." And she did. She cleared it, and she dropped even more on me. I was like, "That's enough, thanks." But no, she wanted to do even more. I appreciate it. Whoa, 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 whoa! it's just one. It's just one story. It doesn't have any chapters. It's just the first chapter. It's all right, girl. It's okay. You might be talking about something different. That's okay. That's all right. Just click on that link. Share that link. Do what you gotta do. But if you are satisfied with my recap and my understanding of this Jeezy situation, let me know because I'm about to shut it down. Well, I may be doing that, but if you click on the link and just read that one chapter, just read that one single chapter. Just one single chapter. That's all. That's all you got to do. So I appreciate it. And okay. All right. So salute to Chelsea with her glasses on. Salute to her. Everything she does. I appreciate it. So hey, thank you all for rolling with me. Thank you all for contributing. Well, Chelsea for contributing dollar amount to the $80, the most I've ever chipped away at $80. Got it all the way down to $39.50. That's pretty close. Because once again, like I said, I started out saying 10, and then I got 10. And I started out and I said, okay, let me get 20. I did 20. And I did 40. And then 40. And I did 80. You know where I'm going here, right? 160, 320. You know how it goes. It's 640. It's going to continue. That's how it goes. So yes, you're right. Thank you, Chelsea. I do have to keep going and keep promoting. And that's what I'm doing right now. So thank you very much. I may see you tomorrow. I may just say, it's the weekend, but I probably will see you sometime tomorrow. Thank you very much, everybody, freeloaders and big breadwinners like Chelsea. And I'll see you soon. Take care.